حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة يا رب. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وخليله. عباد الله، أوصيكم بتقوى الله وطاعته وكثرة مخافته ولزوم أوامره، فإن التقوى شعار المؤمنين ودثار المتقين ووصية الله تعالى في وفيكم أجمعين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله، وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة في الدين ضلالة، وكل ضلالة في النار. Brothers and sisters in Islam, one of the college students asked me a question a week ago, and the question was in regard to if people, kids especially, would be born in a place which is a war zone, what's the sin and what's the fairness of that child which he will be born in a place without his will? And I answered here the question in detail. And then I figured out one of the areas, especially among the youth, that people are going through certain stages and thinking and thoughts is in regard, comes with the Aqidah perspective. And wallahi, I was very hesitant even to prepare this speech and give it in the khutbah. And the main reason is the subject is a little bit touchy. In a way, it takes some comprehension with it. And in general, these talks normally won't be given in the khutbah because you have to understand the other sides of the communication. But the problem is you don't have other ways and tools to get out, to reach out to the people. Instead, people, especially youth, will stay that ambiguity in their brains, and then there is no other places to understand it. Or they don't go in depth to look for it. So and sometimes, as a khatib, really you have to sacrifice certain areas. So my point here is, if you get lost in the talk, is normal. I mean, you just have to wait till we will get to the end of the khutbah. But I'll try to simplify it as much as I can. So when the person will be born in this life, the matter of coming to this life, is it the person has a free will, have a predestination, or he is obligated by the certain rules of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and he has no option. And this is a sixth pillar of the deen, which we call it a belief in the al-qada wal-qadr. So this subject is not today. It's not a matter of today. It has been a subject, in fact, within Islamic perspective historically. So many groups came out of this subject. This is Jabriya, this is Qadriya, this is Mu'tazila, and this is Ash'ari, this is Maturidiyya, this is Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, and combining all comes up with certain things and certain subjects and understanding. It's in make them to have a division. And this is from the Islamic perspective. You go back to the philosophical part of it, from Aflatun, Aristotle, and all of those, same. And so many school of thoughts around this area. The main point is it a human being when he will be created? He's independent or dependent on certainty? First, we have to analyze this subject. From there, then we could tell and direct our talk more in depth. We all know a human being by himself is not independent. فهو جزء من الجمع. Human being is part of the group, is a branch of a tree. So altogether, you are by yourself is not independent. You are connected with your parent, you are connected with the community, you are connected with the earth that you are on. You can't stay alive without breathing, without having oxygen. You can't stay alive without having plants. You can't live on this earth without certain things that is part of you. The point is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran in بداية الإنسان هل أتى على الإنسان حين من الدهر لم يكن شيئا مذكورا. So any of us, does he remember that the time that he was in Adam, he was not exist? Does anybody remember that? Just certain things you have to be logical in these areas. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks this question, he's not expecting answer, because the answer is, of course, no one. And if you say, I remember, now if you are planning to have a child, if you dare come out to say this child will be his weight that much, this height will be that much, his eyes will be like that, will be male or female, and okay, you give me a list and do the predestination for the child, that if you are arguing of yourself, no one can come up with any matter in regard to that. So from that perspective, that we certainly believe that we are makhluk, created. Now, what does the word mean of creation means? It means that with the existence of us, there was no any item to be called us, like a human, this object that we are exist. And the matter of the creation came from the raw materials. The raw materials is, first is the marriage. I mean, that's one reason. The second part is where they came from. It came from the soil, from the trap. And you have to remember the creation part. We did not came from nowhere outside of this creation. So, and the key about this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the raw materials and tools on this earth. And the regulation of those is different. Forget about the subject of this person, the child is awlad waladul halal, and this one is waladul zina. This one, the action is the main thing. The one who decides this is zina and this is zawaj is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, based on the rules of the nikah. But the asbab, the tools of the creation, we all agree that this is the way human being will be created. Any other ways, is there any ways outside of this way to do? There is no one. No one can create without going through this process to come to exist. من العدم إلى الوجود. Now, the other part is when you come, we are not in this one. We are majburin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala obligated us that you will be created on this earth without your will, without your permission. Suddenly, you are a human being, you are exist on this earth. Now, how far this obligation, this will, that I have a free will or I am obligated for every act I do. Now, human being is not free in certain things, and has a free will in certain things. In your living, in your health, in your sicknesses, these are just outside of what happens to you that you might not even have a control on it, unless you put a risk in that. But there's certain things that even that you do your protection for yourself, but still you get sick, because that's the part that you have no full control on it. You might have control on protecting yourself, wearing masks, or protect yourself not to get close to the sickness, and so on and so forth. What will happen that suddenly, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us. You say you have a cancer of liver, or the heart issue, or the lung issue. So, wallahi, this person, he never smoked, never drink alcohol, he never did that, everything is check, was on the right side. But the person still, and he always ate from the organic food, he always does that, but still has a cancer on that. How did it came? Where the protection that he does? So you see the areas you have to know, where are the areas that you have a will, and then the areas that you have no any control on it. To come and that area is important. You will define it, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where he obligated you to do certain things and when he allowed you that not to be. This is one part. The other part, does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wrote in his book, this person will be from the hellfire and this person will be in the Jannah, heaven. That means if it is written on us that you will be evil and you will be the good one, whatever I do, one valid, because if it's already predestined with that, I will get to the Jannah or I will get to the hellfire, anything I do will not have any output. And this is the concept need to be really also analyzed to take out that matter completely from the brain. Ask yourself, believe in qada wal qadar. If you are explaining to someone he doesn't believe, you go through believing in Allah, believing in the Prophet, and so on and so on. You come to the fifth one, believe in the day of the judgment. Sixth one, believe in the qada wal qadar. Ask yourself, before even I go in detail, what's qada wal qadar? What does that mean? What is the meaning of those two words in your brain? Because understanding the principle of it, it will make a difference. If you think that the qada wal qadar is you are obligated for everything you do, that means that the kafir and the Muslim, they have no choice. If it's written on me that I have to do this, I have to commit this crime, where is the option that I have been given to control myself on it? So that concept is wrong, and that's where many people misunderstood of the qada wal qadar, as everything is obligated on human to do. You need to understand the difference between the two words. Now, the definition of the words in certain books, it was flipped. Some people, some scholars define qadar the same as qada and the qada against the qadar. But the concept, you understand both the way that, in summary, I'll give you the definition. Al-qada هو علم الله عز وجل في الأزل بالأشياء كلها. The knowledge, this is the key word. The knowledge, this is the qadar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for everything, على ما ستكون عليه في المستقبل, for what will happen to it in the future. What was the key word? The knowledge. علم الله سبحانه وتعالى في الأزل بالأشياء كلها ما يحدث في المستقبل. Whatever happened in the future. So this is the key word there. من ذلك سائل التصرفات الاختيارية والقسرية. And this is for all actions. All, everything. You do wrong, you do right, you eat, you drink, you sleep, all Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows in His knowledge, in His ilm, that what will happen in the future to you. What comes to the qadar? That was qada. What comes to the qadar? قدر هو ظهور تلك الأشياء بالفعل طبقا لعلمه الأزلي متعلق بها. It's like the output, the implementation of that knowledge will be shown. Exactly what will happen there. So al-qada is more broader. What will happen? But when it comes to the al-qadar, what will reality happen طبقا لما in the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in His knowledge. So let's, and certain things, wallahi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave it to us in this life. It is amazing. Go back to Adam. Adam has 2 sons. These 2 sons are living together. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded them to make the udhiyah, qurban. فتقبل من أحدهما ولم يتقبل من الآخر. Both they did it. One was accepted, the other one was rejected. So imagine you have 2 kids, you tell them, go and do certain thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded them to try to mitigate that the same to in your mind. One does right, one does wrong. I mean, from the response, because he did it from the evil side, because he was evil. The other person, the kid, the second one was evil. Therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not accept it from him. But now, what is the normal? What is the normal supposed to happen? The normal supposed to happen, the evil one, both boys are brothers. It should accept each other to say, okay, now it accepted to you. I should have review myself. Why Allah accepted from you and rejected from me? Let's reconcile. What you do and I don't do it, I will do the same you do so that I will fix myself. No. This one said, لأقتلنك, I will kill you. Why it's accepted from you is not accepted from me, I will kill you. What's the other side says? لئن بسطت إلي يدك لتقتلني. If you extend your hand to kill me, I won't do it to you. You see, the characters of the good one is still valid. But the other one, the evil side, is continuously insisting on committing the wrong side. فَقَتَلَهُ فَكَانَ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Then he killed him, he became one of the losers. Became one of the losers and lost in this life. Why? Because he's committed that. And the other person who did not do anything wrong became a victim. This is one side. The other example is matter of Eve, Adam and Hawa, Adam and Eve. Now, in our principle in Islamic, from Islamic side, that both of them, they committed the wrong thing. Both of them. And both of them, they asked for forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But in other religions, they say that no, it was Eve. She went to Adam and told him that we should eat from this tree because this devil showed himself to them as a good person. إِلَا أَن تَكُونَ مَلَكِينَ أَوْ تَكُونَ مِنَ الْخَالِدِينَ. Because if you eat from this tree, you will be angels, or you will stay in the Jannah eternally. Who will reject that? Who will reject that? You will change from human to be angel or eternally to stay. The offer came to both. He did not go to say, okay, let me deceive this one. The woman is maybe different. I will go and talk to her, and then she can go and talk to Adam. That's what other religions say. And they call it what? The origin sin. That every human will be born as a sinful person. We reject that. Every person will be born on a clean heart. إنما أبواه يهودانه أو ينصرانه أو يمجسانه. We do not accuse Hawa or any other person among us. When I came to this life, I will come with the evil. I will come with the clean heart. Clean slate, then you will be the one. Around the environment, of course, will affect you, including friends, including community, including the time that you are living in. I'll finish it in the second khutbah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. من عمل صالحا فلنفسه ومن أساء فعليها وما ربك بظلام للعبيد توجهوا إلى الله بدعاء. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. Brothers and sisters in Islam, that's why we never refer the sin to anyone except to yourself. You don't take it back to Adam, to Eve, or to and so on and so forth. But there is one main key thing here. Now, everybody has time limit to live on this earth. Everybody has a time limit on this earth. We call it what? Al-Ajal. The Ajal is the expiry date of the person to survive on this earth. Now, if the person walks on that road and a man comes and kills him, is the matter of that killing, you will refer it to the ajal, that his ajal ended, or you will refer it to the action of the killer? Which one? If you say it was from the ajal that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his ajal came and ended, at that time, the qatil, the killer, in the day of the judgment, he said, you already preloaded that this man has to be killed. At this time, that's his ajal. It's not my sin. It was your command that has to happen that way, and then I have to kill him. Or if you say, no, that was not, it is matter of the person. If he would not have killed him, lama mat, he wouldn't die. And then he would have lived longer. Now, that will twist the time of the ajal. The ajal, because now this person is regulated. I know, many of you get lost. I hope even 10 of you will be with me. I am fine, wallahi. As I said in the beginning of the khutbah, this is really more to the youth to understand the concept of the free will. Because it's a subject, as much as it exists in Islam, exists in the Christianity as well, and you might hear it in the school. This word is common to understand it very well. So what here you need to understand the main thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created human being and created tools. The tools include al-khair wa shar, created, did not command to the shar. فلذلك لا نستطيع فعل القبيح إلى الله سبحانه وتعالى. We cannot say Allah commanded him to do this killing. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the way people to kill each other using knives, that people could kill each other. There is tools. People could commit zina. People could go and steal. As well as to the good side. So these comes with the will be given to you, because otherwise we will be like angels, or we will be like devil. We will stay only on the evil side. No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created khalqul qubah, accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He created it. He gave us the tools that people could do that. But even for the killing, وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا النَّفْسَ الَّتِي حَرَّمَ اللَّهِ إِلَّا بِالْحَقِّ. Not every killing in Islam also prohibited. If this guy went and killed someone innocent, in this book it says, bring that person. If he did it on purpose, he has to be killed. He has to be killed. The first killing, the guy did it, committed wrong against that other person. The second kill justified because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُ بِالْعَدْلِ, to be unjust on this earth. To scale up among the people, we could live with each other properly. But as a commit that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in His knowledge, knows, in His knowledge again, في علم الله سبحانه وتعالى, this person will die with somebody will يعتدي عليه and he will kill him. But he is not the one committed to tell him and kill him. And even if the guy say he wanted to kill him, he didn't kill him. Still in his knowledge that he will last longer. When exactly? فَإِذَا جَاءَ أَجَلُهُمْ لَا يَسْتَخِرُونَ سَاعَةً وَلَا يَسْتَقْدِمُونَ. They will not be extending from the time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them life. It is matter of the way we live together. As I said in the beginning of the khutbah, أنت فرد من الجماعة. You are a piece of a group. And that group, you could expand it from a family to community, to a city, to the human, and also to the outside of the universal that you are in. You are part of it. And you look at the nature as well. You look at the cycle of the leaves. Every leaf comes down. I was talking to my daughter that day when we were driving in a place which kind of was like a jungle of all those huge trees. I told him, can someone go and count these leaves? He won't even have time to count one of the trees. Every leaves come down or will be created, it is في كتاب مبين. It's recorded. It has a history. It has a size. It has the time. How many days? When exactly will fall? When he was created? And next year, what another leaf? Automatic. It's not a computer to be hacked. It's not something that we look at it, that we are human being. We create stuff and we collapse it. That system goes. You have to open your eyes, taking out just from your free will to see how the outside works. I mentioned in many khutbahs. You hear that there is a tornado happened or flood in Florida. But somehow somebody is telling you it won't wipe out the entire thing. The flood comes and goes. It's like a system there, it regulates it. Who gave you that confidence to think that way? No one, but it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I hope I did not confuse you more. If you did not get anything, I'm fine. But if you get something, inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of us to the truth. Wa sallu wa sallim ala nabikum ta'ala li qawli tabarak wa ta'ala. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات المسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكها أنت خير من زكاها أنت وليها ومولاها يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم أصلح لنا ديننا الذي هو عصمة أمرنا وأصلح لنا دنيانا التي فيها معاشنا وأصلح لنا آخرتنا التي إليها معادنا واجعل الحياة زيادة لنا في كل خير واجعل الموت راحة لنا من كل شر عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون قوموا إلى صلاتكم يرحمكم الله وأقيموا الصلاة
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله